This EPB Classic Rerun is brought to you by Calvert and Nunn Insurance in Glasgow. Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Well, tonight it's the girls' 15th District Basketball Championship here from Glasgow High School, as last night Allen County Scottsville beat Barren County in the championship game of the boys division by a score of 52-48. However, both teams still advance to next week's 4th regional tournament at Diddle Arena. The drawing for the boys region brackets will be tomorrow morning at 10 at Warren Central High School in Bowling Green, and I'll be there to cover that for you, give you all the details as soon as the meeting is over and the pairings are completed. But tonight, it's the Trojanettes of Barren County taking on the Monroe County Lady Falcons for the third time this year and playing each other here in the championship game tonight of the 15th District Basketball Tournament. The Trojanettes defeating Glasgow 62-51 on Wednesday night. Monroe County defeating Allen County Scottsville 59-37. We'll come back after this 2-minute break, and we'll talk more about the matchup between Barren County and Monroe County after this break on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. Dwayne Murray's Lady Falcons of Monroe County 28-2 coming into this championship game. They're a 5-point favorite tonight over the Barren County Trojanettes, according to Lincoln House ratings. They've been rated number 1 with Franklin Simpson most of the year and number 2 for a portion of the year, and then held the number 1 spot for a few weeks. Barren County's been number 3 in the region all season long, solid number 3. And Glenn Burr, the Trojanettes, will have to play their A game tonight. Will have to play much better than they did against Glasgow if they were to win this championship game tonight for the 5th consecutive year.
Jay, there's no doubt about that. We cannot play anything close to the way we played earlier this week. We're going to have to come out. We're going to have excellent guard play. We're going to have to stay out of foul trouble. We're going to have good inside play. If not, it could be a long night for the Trojanettes. If we can come out and play very good, play our A-minus, A-game kind of basketball, then I think we're looking at a very, very close ball game that could go either way. But if we don't do that, if we come out and aren't able to play our A-game, then I think we're in trouble.
I think so. I agree with you 100%. And our thoughts and prayers going out to Bethany Spillman and her family. Of course, Ricky's passing his mother today and Bethany's grandmother, and we want to send our condolences to the Spillman family this evening. We're about 11 minutes away from tip-off. Barren County 22-5. Now they hit 20 of 29 free throws against the Lady Scotties on Wednesday night, including 15 of 20 in the second half. The Trojanettes have won 10 ball games in a row, averaging 55.2 points a ball game. Monroe County, on the other hand, 59-37 winners over Allen County Scottsville to advance to tonight's championship and also next week's 4th region tournament. Both teams will be there next week at Diddle Arena. The Lady Falcons 17 of 24 from the free throw line on Wednesday night. They're averaging 64.3 points a ball game. Now, in the 2 previous ball games, of course, Monroe County won both of them, 58-43 in Tompkinsville and 59-54 at Barren County. We'll talk a little more in depth about how those two matched up in those 2 ball games as we continue our pregame report here from Glasgow High. It's the girls' 15th District Championship. Back in 2 minutes on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. Barren County, Monroe County for the 15th District Championship. Of course, Monroe County has been in the 16th District for the past many, many years, of course, including the consolidation of Tompkinsville and Gamelia back in 1985. And it's kind of been a back seat to Clinton County the last few years, Glenn. And, of course, they're hoping to get a district championship here tonight for the first time in the 15th.
That's right, Jay. I mean, that would be a tough district to be in the way Clinton County has been the last 4 or 5 years. They've just had some phenomenal teams there and some very good ball teams. So when you got to play second fiddle to them, that's a tough go.
That's right. Well, in the 2 previous games between Monroe County and Barren County, as we said, the Lady Falcons won both of them, 58-43 in Tompkinsville. It was tied at 15 at the end of the first quarter. Monroe County went up by 10 at halftime and led by 28 after the end of the third period. They outscored Barren County 19-1 in that third period, and it went on to win by a 15-point margin as The Trojanettes outscored them by 10 in the final quarter. In that ball game, Kinsey Rich had 24, Chelsea McCreary had 14, and Marie Bennett had 12 in that game. They were 10 of 20 from the foul line. Courtney Thomas had 10, T.J. Thomas with 9 in that first matchup, and the Trojanettes were 6 of 12 from the line. Now, the second time around, a lot closer ball game, even though the Trojanettes led by 1 at the end of the first quarter. They were down by 11 at halftime to Monroe County, 33-22, but came back in the second half to lead at the end of the third quarter. They outscored Monroe County 20-8 in the third, but lost it 59-54. Trojanettes were only 10 of 20 from the foul line in that ball game and 6 of 13 in the second half. Bethany Spillman had 15 points in that game. T.J. Thomas and Jessica Shelton had 10 apiece. Haley Wilkinson had 8. And it was Laura Anderson that hit 5 3-pointers in that ball game, 19 for Anderson. Now, understand she will probably not play tonight. She played very little in the game against Allen County Scottsville after suffering a knee injury against Warren East in their season finale. And Anderson came in for just a few minutes. It looked like her knee buckled in that game when she went down one time against the Lady Patriots. And understand she may not play any tonight.
Oh, wow. Well, that definitely will hurt them. There's no doubt about that. That shooting and just that skill and experience on the court. What that does, though, that puts other players in a position they have to step up. And that's part of it. That's part of being a team, and that's part of other players taking on a different role.
Yeah. And also there's been 2 changes in the starting lineup as well. Marie Bennett will not start. Neither will Chelsea McCreary tonight because of disciplinary reasons, we understand. So there's going to be 2 new players in the lineup. Anne-Marie Gordon, a 5'8 sophomore, and Chelsea Gerald's a 5'8 junior will start in their spots tonight. Now, Marie Bennett did not start against Allen County Scottsville and came in and played a great basketball game.
Well, that throws a little bit of a different twist to things then, Jay, really. There's obviously some disciplinary issues, I guess, going on internally with the team, and the coach is making a point.
Yep.
He's going to say, hey, this is the way we're going to do it. Yeah,
you're
going to play the way I want to do, and these are the things I expect you to do.
Yeah.
And if not, you'll pay the consequences.
Right.
So that's part of it, and as a student athlete, you have to learn that concept now in order to prepare for things that are later to come in life.
Yep. Well, we're going to take a 2-minute break, come back with more of the pregame here from Glasgow High School 15th District Girls Championship. Back in 2 minutes on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. Here's the starting lineups. First for the Lady Falcons of Monroe County, coached by Dwayne Murray, assisted by Julie Knuckles, Loretta Stevens, and Brittany Berg. 28-2, Kinsey Rich, a 5'7 senior, who's already signed to play college basketball at Western Kentucky next year as a Lady Topper, averaging 22.8 points a ball game. The other guard, Tara Harlan, a 5'7 senior, averaging 4.6. A.J. Wilson, a 5'7 senior, averaging 3.8. The forwards will be Chelsea Geralds, a 5'8 junior, and Anne-Marie Gordon, a 5'8 sophomore, will start tonight for the Lady Falcons. Kinsey Rich had 23 points, the win over the Lady Patriots on Wednesday night, including 12 of 12 free throws that she made in the fourth period. And Marie Bennett added 14 in that basketball game. Barren County Trojanettes under John Butler, 22-5, assisted by Gary Gross and Tina Muse. T.J. Thomas, a 5'5 junior, averaging 10.7. Courtney Thomas, 5'9 sophomore, averaging 7.3. And Haley Wilkinson, a 5'7 senior, averaging 7.3, will be the guards. Center is Bethany Spillman, a 6-foot junior, averaging 12. Jessica Shelton, a 5'9 junior, a forward, averaging 6.8. Wilkinson had 18. Spillman had 15 in the game in the win over Glasgow on Wednesday night. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back as we head to tip-off here on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. You're listening to 106.7 WHHC Star FM. Glasgow Cave City Horse Cave, Glasgow's ESPN Radio, 1440 AM, WCDS Glasgow. As the Trojanettes will be the guest team on the scoreboard. Their bench across the way to our left with burgundy uniforms, trimmed in gold and gold numbers and letters. Monroe County Lady Falcons, the home team on the scoreboard, across the way to our right with white uniforms and navy blue lettering and numbers. And Lynn, this is going to be a situation where it's very important for somebody to win in order not to get a runner-up and or not to get a winner next week. Try to stay away from Franklin Simpson in that district.
Definitely, Jay. I mean, if you win here tonight, whoever wins here tonight will be matched against a loser out of a district.
Right.
And if you lose here tonight, you're going to be matched up against a winner, which very well will be. You wouldn't want to draw them.
13 tonight. Yeah.
I don't believe you'd want to draw them in your first game.
We'll try to stay away from that bracket anyway.
And then at least try to get in that maybe in the second round or championship game.
Back in 1 minute on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. Starting lineups again for Monroe County: Kinsey Rich, and along with Tara Harlan, A.J. Wilson, Chelsea Geralds, Anne Marie Gordon. Barren County: T.J. Thomas, Courtney Thomas, Haley Wilkinson, Bethany Spillman, and Jessica Shelton. Starting lineups brought to you by Sherpy Sheldon Automotive on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Opening tip-off brought to you by Quality Personnel, quality work by quality people with 6 locations to serve your employment needs. Mark Curry, Adam Ryder, Barry Vincent, your officials for this girls' 15th District Championship. Trojanettes moving to the right side of your radio dial, the Lady Falcons to the left. And it's going to be Kinsey Rich jumping center for Monroe County against Barren County's Bethany Spillman. So Spillman with a big height advantage there at 6 feet. Rich at 5'7".
Let's see what happens here, Jay.
And here we go as Mark Curry tosses up. Trojanettes easily control. T.J. Thomas with the basketball. Sends it right side to Wilkinson. Wilkinson out back to T.J. Thomas. Here's T.J. dribbling to the right side in the corner to Wilkinson. Double team, back out to T.J. Three-pointer on the way. Got it!
Oh, we need a nice start like that, Jay. That's great. And I noticed that Monroe County's coming out playing zone.
Yeah. Kind of a 2-3 zone, and they're trying to trap in the corners. Here's Kinsey Rich with it for Monroe County. Left side it goes to Harlan. Harlan putting down the dribble, spins, backs in. Now sends it over to Gordon. Gordon to the right side, back out to Rich. Rich trying to set things up. And dribbles to the right side, sends it off to Gordon. She wants to drive, baseline, dumps it off, bad pass. Shelton's got it for Barren County. Gives it off to T.J. Thomas. Here's T.J. off to Wilkinson, can't shoot the 3, dribbles in, double team, going to have to look for help here. Throws it outside, Shelton, free throw line. Pass is deflected. Kinsey Rich has got it for Monroe County. Rich spins, goes up with a shot off the glass. Got it.
I'll tell you what, he's pretty smooth, Jay. Pretty smooth. Nice touch.
Here's a bad pass again. It's going to be taken there by Wilson. Gordon gives it up court now to Rich. 2 turnovers by the Trojanettes there. And here's a steal. T.J. Thomas has it. T.J. going all the way for the layup. It is good.
T.J.'s gotten off to a super start. Leads us in scoring with a 3 and a 2-point bucket.
5-2, Barren County. Rich with the basketball for the Lady Falcons. Into the front court. Out of the right side. Gives to Gordon. Gordon looks inside. Out top. Here's Geralds with it. Swings it left side to Rich. She'll fire up that 3. No good. Long rebound. T.J. Thomas has got it out in front. T.J. all the way. Oh, smacked down by Rich. The foul will be her first and the team's first.
Yeah, there's no question on that foul. I thought she was going to knock her down. Yeah. My goodness.
She definitely didn't want T.J. to score. So.
Definitely no score.
And we got a 30-second timeout call by Coach Dwayne Murray. 6:13 to play, first quarter. Barren County 5, Monroe County 2.
Coach Murray probably hadn't liked the start that his ladies have come out with. And it's early. I mean, we just got started the game, but he's not really satisfied being down 5-2 and 2 turnovers for Monroe County to start the first 2 minutes out. He's not happy with that.
Trojanettes still in the huddle over here. First horn is sounded. And this is just a 30-second timeout. It's going to be T.J. Thomas going to the free throw line for 2 shots. And T.J.'s a 55.5% free throw shooter on the season. The Trojanettes shooting 56.4 as a team. That's a big factor tonight, too.
It is, Jan. I wish we could improve on that. Now,
and she hit
that one perfect. No rim at all on that.
Got all 6 points for Barren County. It's 6-2 Trojanettes. And T.J. got it.
Looks good on the second one, too.
All 7 points for T.J. Thomas. 7-2. Barren County leads it. 6:09 to play here in the opening quarter. Rich with the basketball. Gets a screen out front, top from Wilson, and throws it away. Harlan was going up the baseline, and Rich threw the ball. And
it's another turnover. 3 turnovers to start this thing out in 2 minutes of play for Monroe.
1-3-1 zone press here, as they're going to probably trap the basketball. Courtney Thomas fires it back over to T.J. Diagonal pass. Here's Wilkinson. 15. No good. Rebound is by Rich for Monroe County. Rich taking it down behind the arc. Here's Gordon with a jumper. Rolls off. Shelton grabs the rebound. Gets rid of it to T.J. Thomas.
Shelton went up strong on the boards. I really liked improvement of her game.
Courtney Thomas down the left corner. Now in a trap. Throws it back out deep to T.J. Thomas. TJ, diagonal pass right side, Wilkinson. Touchdown, here's Shelton. Shelton throws it up too strong. Looks like, I think they wanted to walk on that. And I think Shelton thought they may have blown the whistle there, or maybe heard the crowd, and just kind of threw it up against the board. Rich with it out front. Gets a screen, goes left side. Sends it off to Harlan. She circles around. Now gives it off the baseline. Shot blocked out of bounds by Spillman.
I tell you what, Spillman went up and took that one right out of there.
Well, Laura Anderson is checking in the lineup. 5'6" junior. Apparently Dwayne Murray thinks he needs her in there. Marie Bennett has checked in also for the Lady Falcons. Anderson, of course, with a knee injury and played very, very little in the game against Allen County Scottsville. Rich out to Wilson. They swing it around to Anderson. Anderson, one dribble, back to Rich. And you can't let Anderson be open. She can knock down that three-pointer. And they swing it back out top to Wilson. Wilson looking. And here's Rich. Fires it through the hands of Bennett and out of bounds.
See, that's another turnover for Monroe. That's 4 in the first 4 minutes of play.
And what the Trojans need to do is score off those Monroe County turnovers.
We've got to capitalize and get some points off the turnovers.
Courtney Thomas looking at a trap, throws it back over to TJ, gets it across the line. Now TJ gives to Shelton. Here's Spillman, a little baseline shot. Good!
Jay, I like that. You couldn't run that any better, breaking the press and make them pay. If they're going to press, you got to make them pay or they're not going to get out of it.
9-2, Barren County. Rich with a basketball for the Lady Falcons. Right side it goes to Anderson. Anderson swings off the screen, bounces it down to Bennett, fires it over Shelton. It's too strong. Tipped out. Spillman's got it for Barren County, gives to TJ Thomas. TJ pushes it down the floor, gives it off to Courtney. Fakes the three, cut off, throws it to Spillman. Free throw. Down low, it's knocked down. Bennett's got it for Monroe County. I almost lost it, and coming up with it is Rich. Rich over to Harlan, driving in. Throws it back out. Anderson, top of the key, over to Wilson. Wilson drives in and gives it back out to Rich for three. No good. Long rebound. Spillman's got it for Barren County. Gives it to TJ Thomas. TJ working it down the floor. To the right side now. Goes to the corner. Sends it out now to Courtney Thomas. Here's Courtney. Out straight away. Back over to TJ out of the corner. She'll let it fly for three. It is no good. Bennett with a rebound for Monroe County. Outlet pass to Rich. Rich racing down the floor. Stops. Pulls up in the lane. Short. And Spillman with another rebound for Barren County. Off to TJ Thomas. TJ right of the floor. Hooks it back left. Wilkinson open. Three-pointer on the way.
Bingo! What a shot. Nothing but net, Jay. She was wide open. Nice pass by TJ and nice finish.
12-2 Barren County. 2:55 left to play. First quarter. Rich with a basketball for the Lady Falcons. Rich on the dribble. Sends it right side to Bennett. Bennett looks down low. Holds the basketball, looking outside. Anderson's got it now. Anderson sends it over the left side to Wilson. Wilson looking inside. Dribbles out now, wants to head down the lane. Bounces off underneath the Bennett, and she puts it in.
It's hard to beat good dribble penetration, Jay, and then when you get it and defense comes to you, if you're looking, you can hit the open person on the block, and they did.
12-4, diagonal pass. Here's Spillman going under. Shot, no good, but a blocking foul. And this will be on A.J. Wilson.
You know, as I watched that play develop, Jay, I really thought Bethany was going to hit the bucket, but it just bounced a little hard. It was a little hard.
2 shots for Bethany Spillman. That is the second foul on Monroe County here in the ball game. Bethany Spillman averaging a double-double. Free throw up and good.
That's good.
13-4. Sarah Bauer checking in the lineup for Jessica Shelton for Barren County. Gordon returns for Monroe County to replace Harlan. Spillman back up with the stripe for the second free throw attempt. It's on the way. Too strong. And Gordon gets the rebound out to Rich. Rich on the left side. Crossover dribble. Hooks it back off to Gordon. Drives. Double team. Bad pass. And picked off by TJ Thomas. Here comes TJ down the middle of the floor. Pulls up the lane. Runner. No good. Rebound. Spillman back up. No good. Rebound in there by Gordon. Almost stolen away by Wilkinson. Rich has got it from Monroe County. Rich racing down the floor. Rich now pulls up. Backs away with 1:55 to play in the quarter. Barren County leading 13-4. Rich gets a screen from Wilson out on the right side. Thomas stays with her. TJ out on Rich. Now gets a screen from Bennett. Top of the key, works left side, gives it to Gordon. Gordon circles out with it now on the dribble. Now fires it over to Anderson. Anderson now, spin move, and feeds it in there to Wilson. And off to Rich. Fires it out to Anderson, open, three-pointer, good.
Wide open shot on that play, Jay. Wasn't anybody within 3 or 4 feet
you
of her.
can't leave her open.
No, absolutely not.
13-7. A minute 18 to play, first quarter. T.J. Thomas out back near the timeline. Goes left side to Courtney Thomas. Out top to Bauer. Bauer looking, fires it over to Wilkinson. Down inside, it's batted away, but Spillman's got it. Off to T.J., trying to penetrate. Gives it back to Wilkinson on the right wing. Feeds it inside. Here's Bauer. Over to Spillman. Baseline shot, Spillman, no. Rebound by Kenzie Rich for Monroe County. 53 seconds to play. Rich fires over to Anderson. Anderson driving in, hooks it down inside. Here's Bennett, puts it up, good, and a foul.
Oh, man, Jay, again, the dribble penetration and then kicking it to the open person when the defense pulls to you. And then we fouled her.
Foul is going to be on Bauer. That's her first team foul on the Trojanettes. And Bennett at the line. Chance to make an old-fashioned three-point play, and she misses the shot. Spillman with a rebound. Throws it off to T.J. Thomas. Haley Lindsay the ball game now for Barren County. Here's Courtney Thomas. Here's Spillman. Free throw line. Jumper is no good. Rebounded by Anderson for Monroe County. Up court it goes to Rich. Down to 30 seconds to play in the quarter. Here's Gordon driving. Throws it up. It is no good. Rebound by Courtney Thomas. Courtney has it slapped away from behind by Bennett. And here comes Monroe County again. Rich fires a pass. It's deflected. Anderson's got it in the right corner. A.J. Wilson for three. No good. Bennett with the offensive board. Trying to dump it off to Gordon and lost it out of bounds. With 10.1 seconds to play. Barren County led 12-2.
We got off to a great start.
Yeah.
We just hadn't been able to score our last 4 or 5 possessions.
Here's TJ. 5 seconds to go. Left side stolen away by Rich. Rich with 2 seconds. Desperation shot. No good. Hits the backboard. That's the end of the first quarter. Barren County leads it 13-9 over Monroe County. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
The second quarter brought to you by Southern Kentucky Collision on Industrial Drive in Glasgow. 13-9. Gordon in the left corner for Monroe County. Out top, here's Wilson. Wilson now looking for Rich. Gives it over to Rich. Rich gets the screen from Wilson. Cuts back the other way. Drives in. Floater. Got it. They cut it to 2. 13-11.
She's very smooth, Jay. So smooth.
T.J. Thomas with the basketball for Barren County. Trojanettes started out with a 12-2 lead. And now only lead by 2. They swing it around left side. Tiffany Jones off to T.J. Three-pointer on the way. It is no good. Rebound knocked loose. Spillman saves it. Ooh, she ran into the bleachers down here, and she's okay, though. T.J.'s got it back in a trap in the corner. Haley Lindsay for 3. Sway short, and taken in there by Rich for Monroe County. Rich driving right the lane. In the corner goes to Anderson. Circles out with it now. Anderson trying to work inside against Lindsay. Backs away. 13-11. Lady Falcons can tie the game or take the lead on a three-point shot. Rich with it for Monroe County. Rich gets a screen from Bennett. Works left side. Now in the corner goes to Gordon. She'll fire it up from 10. Got it.
Nice shot. Tie ball game, Jay.
13 apiece. Here's a pass. Broke it up, but Spillman got it back. Goes under. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Monroe County's basketball.
Jay, how long has it been since we scored?
A long time. We scored 12 pretty quick there and then had the one free throw made. Here's Gordon, top of the key, left side to Anderson. Got Tiffany Jones out guarding her. They swing it back to Gordon on the right wing. Out to Anderson. Fakes a 3. In between the circles. Now Anderson works left of the lane, goes down low, and Wilson has it back underneath, puts it up. It is no good. Gets the rebound. It is Bauer with the board. T.J. Thomas down court with it. Trojanettes could use a bucket here. And she drives in, splits the defenders, rolls off the rim. Rebound by Bennett. Almost stolen away by Jones. Rich has got it for Monroe County. Rich. Out top with it, wants to drive. Kicks it in underneath to Bennett, and she puts it in.
Okay, I'll tell you what, we need a timeout.
Yep. Timeout by the Trojanettes. As Monroe County has come from 12-2 down to lead 15-13. They've outscored the Trojanettes 13-1.
We've been one and out on our shots, Jay. It's really, we kind of go in there, we take I just don't like our shot selection here the last 4 or 5 trips.
Yeah.
And we've had one shot now. Spin.
5:40 to play here in the first half. Drawing for the girls' 4th region will be Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. The boys' region drawing will be tomorrow morning at 10, both in Bowling Green. Of course, the tournament's being played at Diddle Arena starting Monday night with the boys. Shelton's back in the ball game for Barren County. And here comes T.J. Thomas down court with it for the Trojanettes. T.J. In, kicks it back out. Jones for 3. It is off high. Battle for the rebound is tapped out. Rich has got it for Monroe County. Rich spins, goes up over Spillman, hits it. 17-13 Monroe County leads it by 4 now. 5:03 to play here in the first half. T.J. Thomas with a thumbs down play. He goes to Jones. Jones out top, Spillman. Left side to Haley Lindsay. Haley sends it across to T.J. Thomas. Got Harlan out guarding her. On a bounce pass back over to Jones. Here's Shelton with it. Had it slapped over hands by Chelsea McCreary, who's checked back in. Shelton stops, fires from 14. She hits it.
Nice shot.
Needed that basket right there. It's been a long time since we scored.
I don't believe we've scored since about the 5-minute mark.
I'd say you're about right.
Quarter.
I couldn't remember, but 17. We got 12 points pretty quick there. I know that.
We did. We got 12 very quick.
Yeah. Here's Anderson with it on the right wing. Bounces out to McCreary. McCreary sends it underneath to Harlan. Wide open. She puts it in.
Woo! I know Coach Butler's not satisfied with that defense.
No. 19-15. Here's Spillman down low. Shelton again. Straight away. Off the back of the rim. Rich for the rebound for Monroe County. Rich down the middle of the floor. Now takes off. Accelerates floater. Got it.
Okay, I don't know how you stop that. She is just so smooth and so good with the ball.
8 points for Rich. Down low. Here's Spillman. Double team. The corner. Jones. She'll fire up a 3. Ooh, it rattles out. Rebound in there by Anderson from Monroe County off to Rich. Rich taking it down the floor. Feeds it off to Harlan. Goes up with a shot. Whistle. Traveling call on Harlan. Spillman hit the deck. And Courtney Thomas and Haley Wilkinson back to the lineup for Barren County. Sarah Bauer is going to return to the Trojan lineup. We're down to 3:34 to play in the first half. Monroe County with a 6-point lead, 21-15. T.J. Thomas will just walk it up the floor. Looks over at the bench. Here's a screen from Bauer, right side. T.J. crossover, had a step, and we got traveling call.
Yeah.
They reached in and grabbed a hold of the basketball, and then she traveled with it. And Lady Falcons leading 21-15. They've outscored the Trojanettes 12-2 so far this quarter. It's 13-9. Down low, McCreary got it. 23-15, and John Butler wants a full timeout this time as the Lady Falcons have moved out to an 8-point lead at 23-15. 3:02 to play here in the first half, and things are not going so well for the Trojanettes right now. Just not getting, I don't know, the shot selection is not there, and somebody's going to sleep on defense because they're getting too many wide open shots down here.
Exactly, and part of I feel like our offense is we're rushing too much. We got to have some start, but we did that by getting good shots and then obviously hitting the shot. But the way we played for the last 5 to 6 minutes, we've been rushing, I feel like, our shot. We hadn't been finding the open person, getting some penetration and kicking it out, and it shows. It shows in the score.
Yep.
Got a little bit of interesting news for Barren County Middle School fans today. The Barren County Middle School Junior Beta Club has been in Louisville the last 2 days, and they won first place in the Junior Beta Group Talent, which is a big, one of the biggest contests they have there. And also, the president for the statewide beta is a young lady from Barren County Middle School by the name of Cameron Lau. So that was a nice honor.
Congratulations. Here's Shelton, has it slapped out of her hands. Foul on McCreary. It's going to be her first, team's third. So the Trojanettes will have it out on the side. And Courtney Thomas will put it in play. Courtney looking, trying to get somebody open, going to have to hurry, has to force it out there, and TJ loses it off her fingers. John Butler really upset right now with his team.
Jay, the Trojanettes have got 7 turnovers in about 14 minutes of play.
Rich with the basketball for Monroe County. Sends it left side to Harlan. Harlan working against Wilkinson, falls down, got it out to Bennett, over to Anderson. Anderson gives it to Rich. He circles out with it. 2:25 to play and a half. Rich, right side Anderson. Monroe County deliberate style play right now. Here's McCreary up the baseline, goes up with a shot, hits it.
McCreary's got a nice shot, Jay.
25 to 15. Here is Shelton. She'll try it for 3. It is banking. Off the back of the iron, way up high. Falls down through.
We'll take
Trojanettes needed that.
We'll take it.
Take about anything you can get right now.
Yes, sir.
7-point lead for Monroe County at 25-18. Minute 50 to play here in the first half. Rich with the basketball for Monroe County. Anderson's got it on the right side. Anderson wants to drive. Fires up on the run, hits the side of the backboard. McCreary with a rebound, back up, no good. Ball slapped around. Harlan's got it, throws it out to Rich. He'll fire, or rather, a three-pointer for Anderson. Knocks down the tray. 28-18. Minute 24. Down low, batted away, and Harlan's got it for Monroe County off to Kenzie Rich. Rich driving, splits the defenders. Baseline, McCreary, no good. Rebound, pulled down, loose ball, scramble for it, scooting out, diving for it. Body is all over the floor, and it'll be possession arrow going to Barren County. Bethany Spillman going to return to the lineup for the Trojanettes. A.J. Wilson for Monroe County.
Okay, it looks like there just a possession to go. We kind of had things going. We came out and got the 3 to fall, cut it to 7, hoping to get a defensive stop, but they come right back and answer. And with a 3 of their own, and pull it back out to 10.
Yep. T.J. Thomas, left side to Wilkinson. Out to Spillman. Right side, Courtney Thomas. T.J., she'll fire up. 3-pointer, in and out. Rebound in there by Wilson from Monroe County. Gives it off to Kenzie Rich. 45 seconds left to play here in the first half. Rich at the free throw line, looking. Fires it to Bennett and lost it out of bounds.
Tell you what, Rich can put some zip on the ball.
She sure can.
That pass was a good pass, but it was probably a little too hot for the Monroe County fan to player to handle. 30
seconds to play. Trojanettes could use a bucket here before halftime. Right side goes to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, free throw line, Spillman, double team, over to Courtney Thomas, open with a 3, got it.
I like that, Jay. Yes, sir. We get the ball inside, and then everybody collapses, and we kind of kick it out to the open player. That's what you got to do.
28-21. Rich trying to penetrate. Spin move against TJ. Now forces it inside. Here's Bennett. She puts it in.
She sees the floor so well. Here she is juking with TJ and then hits the open player.
And a 3-point try, no good, but TJ Thomas. That ends the first half of play. And Monroe County 30, Barren County 21. We'll be back with a halftime report in 2 minutes here on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Monroe County leads Barren County 30-21 here at halftime. Halftime show brought to you by Redmond's Dugout on YMCA Way. Your spring sports headquarters, baseball, softballs, uniforms, and Reebok batting gloves. Halftime stats presented by Rita Reichert Campaign for Commonwealth Attorney in Barren and Metcalfe counties. Well, the Trojanettes started out red hot, led 12-2 to begin the ball game, and then that's when the Lady Falcons made their big run, and they'd lead by 9 here at the break. And this is kind of like deja vu all over again, Glenn, because the first two times, the other two times the two teams have played, Monroe County outscored Barren County in the second quarter both times. 19-9 in the first game, 20-8 in the second game, both in the second quarter.
You know, Jay, and Monroe County is just so disciplined. They look to get the ball inside. They've got dribble penetration. They've got outside shooters, and they don't panic. They were down 12-2. Not one time did they panic. They didn't get away from their offense. They didn't. They're very disciplined, and they kept running their game plan. And now they're up 9.
Well, let's look at some scoring here individually. First for Monroe County, total of 14 field goals in the first half. 2 of those were three-pointers, and only shot 1 free throw by Marie Bennett. And Kinsey Rich and Marie Bennett both with 8 points apiece in the first half. 6 for Laura Anderson on 2 threes. 4 for Chelsea McCrary, and 2 each for Tara Harlan and Anne-Marie Gordon. For John Butler's Trojanettes, only 7 field goals in the first half. 4 of those were three-pointers, and the Trojanettes are 3 of 4 from the foul line. 7 for T.J. Thomas. He scored all those 7 points in the first quarter. 5 for Jessica Shelton, a 3 and a 2. And 3 each for Courtney Thomas, Haley Wilkinson, and Bethany Spillman. Of course, Courtney hit a 3, Wilkinson hit a 3, Spillman with a bucket and 1 of 2 at the line in the first period of play. And only 1 foul committed against the Trojanettes in the first half, 3 on Monroe County. And turnovers, what we got on that, Glenn, and rebounds?
Jay, from a turnover standpoint, we have had more turnovers than Monroe, not by much. I've got us down for 8 turnovers in the first half, while I've got Monroe County for 7.
Okay.
When I look at the rebounds, they beat us on the boards. Total rebounds, they had 17. We had 14. Now, to break that down a little bit, Monroe County on the offensive glass had 3 rebounds compared to our 4 on the offensive glass. Defensive rebounds, I had Barren County for 10. I had Monroe County for 14. So total rebounds, they beat us 17-14 by 3 rebounds. We've had 1 more turnover than they have had in the first half. What I see, for the Trojanettes, there was that spurt. There was about a 7, maybe almost 8-minute spurt where we went 1 shot and out. Yeah. We weren't able to capitalize. We seemed like we rushed our shots maybe even a little bit. Didn't run through some things and make that extra pass. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for, is that extra pass to get that open person and get a good squared up shot. And Monroe County did just kind of what they wanted. They ran their offense. They penetrated. Of course, they've got an excellent player in Rich, and she can handle the ball and dish the ball and shoot it. So that's kind of what's happened here in this first half.
Well, we'll take a 2-minute timeout. Come back with more of the halftime report here in a moment. Monroe County 30, Barren County 21 on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. Second half keys to victory brought to you by M&M Feed on Thomerson Park Road, 434-3262. And what the Trojanettes need to do the second half, Glenn, and to win this ball game?
Well, we're definitely going to have to, have good shot selection, Jay. We're going to have to hit some shots. We're going to have to eliminate, reduce our turnovers. I think we're going to have to get a handle on that, and we've got to play exceptionally good defense. There were several trips on the court where we really had people from Monroe County open around the block area, and we've got to pick up our defense, eliminate or reduce the turnovers, and be able to hit some open shots. You've got to give I guess really you got to give Monroe a lot of credit. They've got some good ball players, and they execute so well and find that open lady, and they work it so well. You know, I was watching the Rich girl. She was in the process of making a spin move on the person guarding her. While she's making the spin move, notice an open player on the block and fired a bullet pass to her right in the process of the spin.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you can't teach that. You can't teach those kind of skills, and that's things that all of us have things we're good at, and some of us are better than others, and she's just an exceptional ball player, and I have to give her credit. To me, that's what we got to do. Reduce our turnovers, be able to handle some of the pressure, get some open shots, and get some rebounds.
All right, we'll take a 1-minute break, come back for the second half after this of the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. Third quarter brought to you by Bowling Green Technical College in Bowling Green in Glasgow. Lady Falcons basketball to start the second half. Moving to the right side of your radio dial. Kenzie Ridge with it. Sends it right side to Anderson. Anderson bounces to Bennett. Over the left side to Harlan. Back over to Rich on the left wing. Rich took an ocean to shoot the three. Now wants to drive. Cut off. Out it comes to Anderson again. Anderson. To the left side, bounces high to McCreary. She turns, looks, one dribble. Fires a pass in the corner to Rich. She'll fire away. It is bouncing off. Rebound gets loose, and Monroe gets it back. Lady Falcons spin move. Rich throws it back over to Harlan. Bounces it back out to Rich. Back to Harlan. She'll fire out of the corner. It is good for three.
You know, Jay, I noticed on that possession right there, when they first started that play, they didn't have it, so they just pulled it back out. Let's readjust, let everybody get in their position, set it back up, and then run it again.
33-21, Monroe by 12. Here's Spillman with the basketball, right side to Courtney Thomas. Floats it down to Shelton, knocked away. McCreary's got it off to Rich. Another turnover for the Trojanettes. Left side, McCreary. She's open for the three. It's good.
Wow, Jay. Come out their first two possessions, Monroe does, and scores both trips fairly easily.
15-point lead. Here's a steal.
And we have two turnovers to start the second half.
Here is Rich with the basketball. Rich bounces it down in the corner. They go down low to Bennett. Missed the shot. Tap back to McCreary. Lost it out of her hands. Got it back. Anderson for three. Off the mark. Rebound knocked down. Bennett slaps it outside to Rich.
Okay, we're not hustling to the ball.
No, we're just kind of standing around.
Yeah, definitely. We're not. There's a couple of rebounds there we should have had.
Here in the lane, McCreary, no good. Rebound by Shelton. The Trojanettes find themselves down by 15 now. Fires it down to Spillman. No good. One and done. Bennett with a rebound off to Rich. Rich down to Bennett. Puts it up and in.
Okay, I don't know.
They're beating us back down the floor.
Yes, sir, they are. John Butler just called a timeout.
8-0 run for Monroe County. A full timeout. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout on the 15th District Basketball Radio Network.
28-86.
Barren County's been outscored 36-9 since they led 12-2 to start the ball game. Here's Courtney Thomas with it right side out to Spillman. Over the left side, Wilkinson. Wilkinson looks for TJ. She's got it. Now works right side of the lane. Throws it up. It is good.
Nice floater by TJ.
38-23, Monroe County. 5:25 down low, and a shot blocked by Spillman. Spillman got it for Barren County. Looks for help, dribbles away. McCreary on her, throws it out to TJ Thomas. Here's TJ. Crossover dribble out to Wilkinson. Three ball on the way. Bingo!
We're going to have a couple of those.
Yep. Try to get back in it here.
Crawl back in this thing.
38-26. 12-point lead for Monroe County. 5:02 to play, third quarter. Here is Harlan with it. Down to the baseline. McCreary. Shot partially blocked. Knocked down. Courtney Thomas has got it for Barren County. Off to TJ Thomas. TJ sends it down to Wilkinson. Fakes the three. And it's taken away from her by Anderson.
We don't need the turnovers, Jay.
No.
Definitely.
Rich with the basketball. Over to Anderson. Anderson backs away. Now gives to Rich. Rich out front with it. Left side, Harlan. Harlan. Now Bennett near the free throw line. Straight away. Here's McCreary. Left side. Drives. Left elbow over to Harlan. Harlan swings it back out to Anderson. Driving. Bounce pass underneath to Bennett. A foul on Spillman. Going to be her first, team's first in the second half. And it's Bennett going to the free throw line to shoot 2, where she's 0 for 1. She shot the only free throw from Monroe County in the ball game. And this one is staying in there. It was all over that rim.
Yeah, it bounced on the backboard,
like
bounced on the front of the rim, the back of the rim, the side of the rim, and then fell in.
Anderson and Harlan going out. Gordon and Wilson in. This free throw is off. Rebound by Spillman. Gets rid of the basketball to T.J. Thomas. T.J. right of the lane. Goes up with a jumper. Bounces off. Spillman rebound and a foul on Bennett.
Bethany had good position on the T.J. miss and then got fouled.
That's the first foul on Bennett. That'll be the first on Monroe County in the second half. 13-point lead for Monroe County. 4:05 to play, third quarter. Shelton has it in the right corner. Bounces it out to Wilkinson. Knocked out of her hands by McCreary. We're just not taking care of the basketball.
No, we're not. We need to be more aggressive, I think, Jay, both offense and defense. I don't see that aggressive killer kind of instinct where you're really getting out there and working hard and getting after it.
Yeah. Wilkinson has a shot blocked from three-point range. McCreary got it for Monroe County. Apparently she stepped on the sideline, and ball will come back to the Trojanettes. And Courtney Thomas descended in play out to TJ. TJ Thomas, right side Wilkinson. Wilkinson looks, bounces high, right side to Shelton. Over to Courtney Thomas, the guard by Rich. Out to TJ Thomas. TJ trying to set things up here. Gets a screen from Shelton. Gives it back to Shelton. Moves in. Fires it down low and it's broken up and stolen. Rich with the basketball for Monroe County. Rich fires it into McCreary. Jumper off the mark. And Spillman has it slapped out of her hands by McCreary, and that'll be number 2 on McCreary. 2 on Monroe County here in the second half. Sarah Bauer and Haley Lindsay checking the lineup now for Coach John Butler.
You know, Jay, Monroe County's cooled off here a little bit. They started out to start the third quarter very hot. Scored, 8 points real quick? And then they've cooled off here a little bit and hadn't scored the last couple of trips down.
Chelsea Geralds is checked back in for Monroe County, replacing Chelsea McCreary. 39-26. Trojanettes trail by 13. Here's Courtney Thomas on the right wing. Out to Bauer. She'll fire it from 15. Got it.
Oh, nice shot there.
Nice shot by Sarah Bauer.
Yes, sir.
39-28. Trojanettes need some defense here and try to get a steal. Get back in this ball game. Down by 11. Here is Gordon left open. And fires it down to the baseline to Geralds. Bounces back to Gordon. Hooks it out to Rich. Rich fires up a long three that's short. Spillman with a rebound. Off to TJ, pushing it down the floor. TJ, crossover, 15-foot jumper. Got it.
Nice shot. Nice shot by TJ.
Cuts it back under double digits, 39-30. 2:23 still to play.
Coach Butler's wanting to press him a little bit at half court and try to trap.
Yeah. Here is Geralds with it. And looks for help. Sends it out to Gordon, top of the key. Gordon, guarded closely by Courtney Thomas. Oh, she dropped it on the sideline. Trojanettes get it back with 2:06 left to play in the third quarter, trailing by 9.
Jay, that's the third turnover from Monroe in the third quarter. Barron's got 5 turnovers.
Monroe County an 18-point lead now. Barren County's come back with a 9-0 run of their own. And here's T.J. Thomas with it for the Trojanettes. Down to a minute 55 to play in the third. Here's TJ in the lane. Gives it out to Haley Lindsay. Haley has it slapped over her hands. A reach-in foul on Rich, and that's going to be her second. Team's third.
Special standing right there within 5-6 feet of the foul.
Barren County's basketball. Haley Lindsay out of the side to put it in play. A three-pointer will cut it to a half dozen. Here's T.J. Thomas. deep on the right side. Swings it over to Courtney Thomas. Fakes the three, drives in, 10-footer, short, gets her own rebound, goes back up, has it slapped out of her hands, and a foul. And that foul is going to be on Rich, and that's her third.
Isn't it?
Yeah. 4 fouls on the Lady Falcons.
3 of them are on Rich.
Yeah. And here's Courtney Thomas, free throw, good.
Good, we need it.
39-31.
Making a nice run here.
Yeah. 10-0 run by Barren County. And make it 11.
Good job. You know, Monroe's cooled off a tad. Right now is when we want to try to make this thing up and catch it back up.
Back within 7. Rich being chased by a double team. Gets it in front court, down to the corner to Anderson. Anderson backs in. Bounce pass out to Harlan. Harlan now left side with Bennett. She'll try from 12 off the mark. Rebound by Anderson. Gives it to Gordon. She puts it in. Rather, Gerald's with a little baseline shot. 41-32. Here's a pass into Spillman. Knocked away from behind by Bennett. And that's going to be her second and the team's 5th of the second half. And now with Rich playing with 3 fouls, you know, she's going to have to be careful. Can't really play the type of game she's been playing. Here's Bauer in the right corner. Sends it out to Courtney Thomas. Courtney fires it into Spillman, right of the lane. Across it goes to Haley Lindsay. Fakes. Got a bump from Anderson. And we got a whistle and foul on Anderson, and that's going to be her first. Team 6th. 1 more, and the Trojanettes will be in the bonus. Down by 9 with 1:01 to play here in the third. 41-32.
We need a score right here, Jay. We need a score and stop.
Here's Courtney Thomas. She's going to fire up that 3. No good. Rebound tapped, loose, and coming up with it, Bennett. Lost the handle, throws it over to Rich. Barren missed a big opportunity right there to cut it to 6. Rich with the basketball. Right side, Anderson. Anderson now. Looks almost picked off by Haley Lindsay. Here's Rich. Fires a pass to Bennett. Puts it up. Missed the shot, but we got a foul call.
Foul on Bethany Spillman.
And that's going to be her second. And the team's second of the half, putting Bennett at the line to shoot 2. Jessica Shelton waiting to check in for Barren County. Chelsea McCreary for Monroe County. Here's Bennett's free throw. Good. And she's got 12 points in the basketball game to lead Dwayne Murray's team. Spillman and Lindsay going out for Barren County with 37.5 seconds to play. Monroe with a 10-point lead. And Bennett misses. Rebound knocked loose, and Courtney Thomas has it for Barren County. Throws it over to TJ with 30 seconds to play. Bounces it back over to Courtney. Courtney, diagonal pass to Jones, who's checked in. Tiffany Jones, pass batted up in the air by Rich. TJ Thomas has got it. TJ back to Jones. Jones the left side, swings it out to Shelton. Shelton down low to Bauer. She puts it up, no good. Rebounded there by Bennett. Rich with the basketball with 10 seconds to play. Rich takes it to the lane. Runner, rims, no good. Rebound by Shelton. Throws it out to TJ with a long 3, no good. That's the end of the third quarter. And Monroe County leads by 10, 42-32 over Barren County. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes after this 1-minute timeout on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home on North Ray Street in Glasgow. The Trojanettes are down by 10, 42-32. Monroe County outscored the Trojanettes 12-11 in the third. It's been an even ball game except for the second quarter. And Barren County with the basketball, Wilkinson. Out top to Bauer, left side to Jones. Jones fires it down to Spillman. Turnaround jumper from 6, good.
Nice shot there by Bethany, Jay. Got squared up, got a good shot off, scored.
8-point lead for Monroe County at 42-34. Rich splits the trap, takes it down the middle, all the way down. Shovel pass to the baseline. McCurry lost it, and it's going to go back to the Lady Falcons as Wilkinson tried to go for the loose ball.
We almost had the steal there, Jay, but we just were a fraction short.
Yep. 7:29 to play in the game. Wilson on the left baseline. McCreary in the corner. Out to Rich. Rich comes over to to the right side of the floor on the dribble. Gets it out to Wilson. Wilson works left side. Now Rich has got it. Rich, guarded by T.J. Thomas. Now backs away. Taking time here. Left side Anderson. Anderson on the dribble. Sends it across to Wilson. Wilson looking. Now T.J. try to go for the steal. And that is going to be her first.
Yeah, T.J. hooked her a little bit, Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an obvious foul.
Wilson will put it in play for Monroe County. Comes out to Kenzie Rich. Rich only with 8 points in the first half. 42-34. Rich hooks it off to Anderson. Left side McCreary. Fires it down low, and it's batted loose by Spillman. T.J. Thomas has got it. T.J. down the lane, and a whistle and a foul on the floor. But that's going to put the Trojanettes in the bonus. The foul on McCreary, that is going to be her third. And so here is where you really got to take advantage of these free throw opportunities. You've got to make every one of them
when the clock's not running too, Jay.
Yeah. T.J. fires it up and misses.
Ooh.
Rebound loose and it'll be off the hands of McCreary and out of bounds. I think T.J. rushed that shot up. Didn't really take much time to.
Let's see what the Trojanettes run here, Jay. Inbounds underneath their own basket. See what they do.
Bauer out to Wilkinson. Here's the three by Wilkinson. Smash!
Woo!
That's a rainbow right there now.
Nothing but net. No iron at all on that.
Let's cut it to 5 at 42-37. Monroe led by 18. Rich fires a pass to Wilson. Left side of McCreary. McCreary fires it back to Wilson. Now out it comes to Anderson. 6:05 to play in the ball game. 5-point lead for the Lady Falcons and a timeout by Dwayne Murray. A full one it'll be as Barren County has battled their way back to cut it to 5 points. 6:03 to go in the ball game. We'll be back in a minute on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. Here's A.J. Wilson, left corner, down low to Bennett. Puts it up, no good. Rebound by Spillman. Gets rid of it to T.J. Thomas. Barren County can cut it to 2 on a 3-point shot. T.J. driving to the bucket, puts it in.
What about that, Jay? What about that?
42-39. 3-point ball game. 5:40 to play. Rich got it for Monroe County. Rich sends a pass knocked down by Spillman. They're going to call a foul on her, and Anderson goes to the floor.
That was so close. So close.
And on Spillman, that's going to be her third and the team's fourth of the second half.
Jay, I like the aggressive play, though. The Trojanettes really getting after it with a big sense of urgency here with 5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah. They've made a game out of it again.
Yes, sir, they have.
Down by 18 at one time.
They battled and clawed and fought and got back in this thing.
McCreary with it. Right side of the key, Bennett inside. Here's Wilson. Puts it up, hits the bottom of the backboard, loose ball. It is going to be out of bounds to Barren County.
What about these Trojanettes? We need a score right here, Jay.
The momentum has definitely shifted the Trojanettes' way. And a three-pointer, the roof will come off in just a moment.
Three-pointer will tie this game. Two-pointer will have us within one.
T.J. Thomas for Barren County. Right side, Wilkinson. Wilkinson looking inside. Spillman, free throw line. Over to corner, T.J. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound by McCreary. She gets rid of it to Kenzie Rich. 5:02 to play in the ball game. Both sides, fans on their feet here, cheering their teams on. Rich with the basketball for Monroe County. On the left side, it goes to Wilson. Wilson looking. Here's Bennett in the key. Almost walked with it. Right side to Rich. Gives it to Wilson. She'll try from 17. No good. Courtney Thomas with the rebound for Barren County. 4:36 still to play in a 3-point ball game. Courtney Thomas looks. Throws it out to Shelton. Shelton covered up by McCreary. That gives to Courtney Thomas. Back out to T.J.
Monroe County's really putting the pressure now defensively. Yeah. They're extending out.
Wilkinson out top to Spillman. Right side of Courtney Thomas. Fakes the three. T.J. long three straight away. Go! It ran down there. It almost went halfway down. Knocked out of bounds, though, by the Lady Falcons. I thought that thing was going to stay in there.
Jay, it went down about 6 inches, spun around, and kicked out. And you're right, if we can get a 3.
Got a little anxious there, Glenn.
The roof will come off this place, by golly.
T.J. Thomas in the corner to Wilkinson. Right side. Here's Shelton open. 15-footer. Rims no good. Battle for the rebound. Rich has got it for Monroe County. Trojanets had an opportunity to either tie or cut it to 1 that time. Just could not get it to go down.
And we had some good looks.
And here's Harlan in the corner. McCreary fires away. Rims no good. Bennett with a rebound in the lane. Out to Rich straight away with a 3. Good! 45-39, Monroe County. Thomas with the basketball. This is TJ with it. Off to Shelton. Over to Courtney Thomas, left side. Courtney dribbles. He got bumped there, but Rich, no call. TJ Thomas out front. 3:25 still to go.
Coach
6-point lead.
Setting up a play right now, Jay.
TJ trying to drive.
He's wanting a screen out for PJ. Here it comes.
Spillman sets the screen. Now gives to Shelton. Shelton fires it down. Ooh, Spillman can't handle the pass. Wilkinson's got it in the corner, though. Gives it back out to Spillman. Now to TJ. TJ driving. Dumps it off into Shelton. In the lane. Shot.
Oh, and a foul, Jay. And a foul.
And that's what you want right there with a chance to make a 3-point play. Basket's good by Shelton. The foul on McCreary. That's her 4th. And that's the team's 8th. Cuts the lead to 4 with 3:01 still to play.
Big shot right here, Jay.
Shelton at the line. Shot is good.
No iron on that shot, on that foul shot, Jay.
45-42, 3 minutes to go. Rich with the basketball for Monroe County. Looking at a trap. Fires it in the middle to Harlan. Harlan crossover dribble down the lane. Bounce pass to McCreary. McCreary back out to Harlan. Now Harlan looking. On the dribble on the left wing. In the corner it goes to McCreary. McCreary fires it to Rich. Rich. And underneath, ball goes through the hands of Bennett, but chased down by Anderson. Back in the corner to Rich. Rich, you can't back off of her. She'll knock it down.
Just setting everything back up. They didn't get anything in one. They're just going to set it back up.
2:30 to play. Rich with the basketball. Over the left side to Anderson. Anderson trying to drive with it. Gives it back out to Rich. 2:20 to go. 3-point ball game. 45-42 Monroe. Rich working one-on-one against T.J. Thomas. Bounces right side to Anderson. Back out to Rich with 2:08.
Very conservative play right here right now, Jay, for Monroe County.
T.J. trying to go for the steal.
A 5-second call.
And almost a 5-second. Here's Harlan off the baseline. McCreary got it.
They got what they wanted. They ran clock and got the shot.
Minute 52 to play. 47-42 Monroe County. Trojanets three-pointer can cut it to 2. Here's TJ driving to the basket, puts it up, missed the shot. Battle for the rebound. Rich has got it for Monroe County and a foul. Oh, traveling on Rich. The Trojanets get it back. Might have got a break there with 1:39 to play. Monroe County doesn't like the call at all, but Trojanets are going to get the basketball. Here's T.J. Thomas, fires it out to Wilkinson. Wilkinson, bounce pass, T.J., three-pointer on the way, bounces, no good. Crashing aboard with Spillman, she falls down. Rich has got it for Monroe County. Down to minute 25. Rich fires a pass, it's deflected. Wilkinson trying to go for the steal. She's got it down to the floor. Harlan battles her for it, but possession arrow goes to Monroe County with a minute 17 to play.
Down 5, Jay. We're down 5. Timeout, Barren.
Timeout.
30 seconds.
Minute 17 to go in the ball game. It's Monroe County 47, Barren County 42. It'll be Monroe County's basketball when we get back to action here.
You know, Jay, this has been a heck of a ball game. We started the third quarter, and those first 2 or 3 minutes of the third quarter, we allowed Monroe to go on that 8-0 run before we ever scored.
Yeah. And
all at once, before you know it, it's a 12, then 14, 18-point lead for Monroe. But we haven't given up. We have battled, and then Monroe went through a little slump and couldn't seem to score. And we went on about a 10-0 run. Mm-hmm. And we have clawed and battled and fought and got back in this thing. Unfortunately, our last couple of possessions, we just hadn't been able to produce. We
had an opportunity to cut it to one time.
Yes, sir, we did. And we've had some decent shots. They just haven't fallen.
Actually had a chance to tie it on a three-pointer.
Yes.
1:17 to go. Monroe County's basketball comes out to Kinsey Rich. And Rich, guarded by T.J. Thomas. They split the defenders. And Rich trying to get away. And there's a foul. And they wanted an intentional foul on that. But,
no intentional there.
And so that's going to be the second foul on TJ. They just kind of got hooked up together. That'll be the team's fifth.
Monroe's got Rich handling the ball. She's a great dribbler and just running through the box.
1:04 to play. Rich. And TJ's called for the foul again. That's going to be her third. Team 6 still have one more to give before they shoot the bonus.
We're going to have to get to a point, Jay.
Foul.
We've probably got to get to a point where we can get them on the line and then have an opportunity. If they hit the foul shot, then we're in trouble. But at least you got an opportunity if they miss to come down and score.
And it comes out to Rich.
We got another person guarding Rich now, Lindsay.
And a foul on Haley Lindsay. And that's going to put Rich at the line. She's an excellent free throw shooter.
Got a three-point shooter coming back in now for the Trojanette.
Down to 57.2 seconds to play and a 5-point lead for Monroe County. 1-1 for Kinsey Rich. This is 106.7 WHHT, Star FM, Glasgow Cave City Horse Cave, Glasgow's ESPN 1440. Free throw no good by Rich. And a rebound by Spillman. Throws it out to T.J. Thomas. T.J. pushing it down the floor, drives in the lane, left-hand shot, good!
Nice job. I mean, that's what Coach Butler wanted.
47-44.
Get the miss.
Need a foul here. Rich trying to get it across the line. She does.
I'd foul her again.
And there's the foul with 39.2 to play.
When you just go to the foul line and miss, when you know it's 1-1 and big foul shots in a tight game, you go right back. It makes it difficult, Jay. A lot of pressure.
Yeah. Rich at the line for the one and bonus. This one's on the way. It is good.
She hit it. No iron on that shot at all.
48-44. Two-possession game. It'll still be a two-possession game for Barren County if she hits the bonus. And it's up, and it is good.
Hit them both.
Need a 3 and a 2 to tie. We got a timeout on the floor. 49-44 Monroe County with 39.2 seconds to play. Both teams will go to the 4th region tournament next week, which will start next Wednesday night at Diddle Arena. Drawing will be on Sunday. The boys draw tomorrow morning at 10. And we'll find out who the Trojans will play. And we'll give you the complete pairings for you on the radio tomorrow.
Jay, the Trojans will play Monday or Tuesday. That's
right.
definite.
We
It'll
do
be
know
one
that.
or the other. Definitely Monday or Tuesday.
And the Trojanettes will play either Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So just hope you get a good draw out of all this. Even if the Trojanettes do lose the ball game, then they would have to play a winner of one of the other districts. And you hope that it's probably going to be, well, it could be the 14th or it could be the 16th district, or it could be the 13th, which that's the one you want to stay away from.
Right. Well,
we got a 2 and 3 chance of not drawing the winner of the 13th.
That's right. And the Trojanettes, if you don't draw Franklin, my goodness, we could play with anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, and can play with Franklin, but obviously they're the favorite in the region right now.
And who knows, if some reason the Trojanettes could pull this victory off, they would play a runner-up. There's still 39 seconds to play.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. We've seen it many, many times.
Yes, sir, we have.
Ball comes into T.J. Thomas. T.J. can't take much time here. We're going to have to get off a good shot. Here is Shelton. She's going to drive to the bucket. She'll put it up and in.
Nice job.
But it makes it a one-possession game, 49-46. Trojanettes need a foul. And they're taking too much time here. Rich with a basketball down to 20 seconds. And there's the foul on T.J. Thomas. Just too much time took off the clock there.
Yeah, really, we just kind of played defense and guarding. We didn't do anything. And Coach Butler's over stomping his foot trying to get everybody's attention to foul.
Yeah. 49-46. Rich goes back to the line. She just hit 2 there a moment ago. This is a 1-and-1. And Rich fires it up. It's good.
She's a senior. from the Monroe County coaching standpoint, they couldn't have a better shooter at the line from their standpoint.
No.
You've got a senior player that's very good.
Yep.
And it's a person they want.
51-46 Monroe County. Ball comes into play to T.J. Thomas. Need a three here. T.J. And looking, dubs it off to Spillman. Lost it behind her back. Loose ball. And here's T.J. up the baseline. Forces it up. Missed it. Shelton back up. Good.
Jay, we got basically 5.5 seconds left in the game. We got a full timeout.
And we got the only thing the Trojanets can do here is hopefully get a steal, get a three-pointer to tie the game.
That's right. That's right. With only 5.5 seconds, if we don't do that, we're not going to have time to do anything else. The game's going to be over.
Yeah. That's all you can hope for is to come up with a quick steal, a three-pointer, put it in overtime, and
I suspect Coach Butler's telling them that we've got to get the steal and a quick shot.
Yeah.
The only other option after that, and it's not a good option, but the only other option after that is if we don't get the inbound steal, you've got to foul immediately. I don't know that you're going to gain a lot there, really. You put them on the line for the 1-and-1, you're probably going to have a couple of seconds expire. You're going to be at the 2 to 3 second mark, and you're still down by 3.
Yeah.
So you'd have to hope that they miss the foul shots and you come back and get a three very quick with just 2 to 3 seconds on the clock. It'd be tough to do.
Harlan's going to put the ball in play for Monroe County. And looks to inbounds. It comes into Anderson, and she's fouled with 4.4 seconds to go.
Well, we didn't get the inbound steal. We got the foul.
And if,
we got a different player at the line.
Yeah.
And we did a good thing, Jay. We fouled early. We do have time if they miss the 1-and-1.
She needs to miss the front end.
Yeah.
If she hits the first one, I think it's about over.
Yeah, I agree. But if they get a miss here on the front end, we've got time for a shot.
She hit it.
Yeah.
52-48, Monroe County. 4.4 seconds to play.
That's a very big shot for Monroe County right there, Jay.
Yeah. Anderson for the bonus. Anderson takes her time, fires and hits. It's over. Yeah. 53-48, 4.4 seconds to play. Here's T.J. Thomas. T.J. will pull up and shoot a three-pointer, and it'll be in and out. And that's the ball game, and Monroe County wins the district championship 53-48 over Barren County. We'll be back with the post-game wrap-up. Presentation of the trophies coming up after this 2-minute timeout on the 15th.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.
Back here at Glasgow High School, Monroe County Lady Falcons, the champions of District 15. They go to 29-2 on the year. Barren County drops to 22-6 as a runner-up. And I'll tell you what, Glenn, I think it's a very good possibility that these two teams could possibly meet in the 4th Region Championship. I'll tell you what, you can take Monroe County as a winner, Barren County as a runner-up. If they both get good draws, there's a chance both these could play again.
That's exactly right, Jay. Both quality ball teams, there's no doubt about it. And on any given night, with everything going the Trojanets' way and playing their A game, they're capable of beating any team.
Yep. Trojanets coming out to get the runners-up trophy. Had a great year so far, and hopefully that can extend on to the regional tournament next week. They will have to play the winner of the 13th, 14th, or 16th district. And for the first time in the 15th district, as the Lady Falcons move from the 16th into the 15th, they win the championship in the very first year. Of course, there are 5 seniors on this Monroe County team.
A year can make a big difference, Jay, when you lose that kind of experience.
And they're going to lose quite a bit of experience here this year.
Will.
And they want to go out on a good note. And with a record of 29-2 and champions of the All-A State tournament, they got a shot to win the region.
Yes, they do. They've got a good shot. You know, Jay, something I noticed which I thought was very nice as far as good sportsmanship on the part of the Monroe County fans. There were several Monroe County fans below us that stood up when our girls received the second place trophy. Just congratulating them on and being good players and good sportsmanship.
This is the all-academic team. Kayla Foster from Glasgow is the first player to be recognized. Tara Harlan from Monroe County.
From Allen County, Scottsville, Alicia
Napier. Allen County, Scottsville.
And from Barren County,
Jessica Shelton from Barren County. I believe these are in alphabetical order. This is the all-tournament team selections.
From Allen County, Scottsville,
Shelby Harper. Who's only a freshman, Glenn. She's got 3 more years.
Can you believe that, Jay?
Coach DeWitt's, I'm sure, proud of that.
from Barren County,
Haley Wilkinson from Barren County. Had a nice game against Glasgow on Wednesday night. Ended up with 9 points tonight on 3 3-pointers. Marie Bennett from Monroe County also had a good tournament.
Yes, sir, she did.
14 Wednesday night, 12 points tonight. Ashley Johnson from Glasgow. Kenzie Rich from Monroe County.
You know, Jay, there's not a lot more you can really say about Kenzie Rich.
Bethany Spillman from Barren County.
Bethany's had a great season.
And from Monroe County, Chelsea McCreary.
And Chelsea McCreary from Monroe County.
And now for the 15th District All-Seasonal team. From Monroe County, Laura Anderson.
All-seasonal team. Laura Anderson from Monroe County.
From Glasgow, Kayla Foster.
Kayla Foster from Glasgow.
There she comes, Jay. She was up on the stage.
Yeah.
From Allen County, Scottsville, Hillary Harper.
Hillary Harper from Allen County, Scottsville.
Also from Allen County, Scottsville, Shelby Harper.
Shelby Harper.
2 Harper girls, Jay, played really well for Allen this year.
They did.
Had a good year. And also Foster from Glasgow.
Ashley Johnson from Glasgow.
From Monroe County, Chelsea McCreary.
Chelsea McCreary, Monroe County.
Also from Monroe County, Kenzie Rich.
Kenzie Rich from Monroe County.
From Barren County,
Jessica Shelton from Barren County.
She's had a great year this year, Jay.
Bethany Spillman.
And likewise has Bethany.
Yeah.
And also from Barren County, T.J. Thomas.
And T.J. Thomas. Yep.
Great floor leader and great scorer, too, Jay.
Absolutely.
In the 2006 15th District MVP comes to from Monroe County,
Kenzie Rich. That was the big selection. Of course, she signed to play college basketball Western, so no doubt she was going to get the MVP. Outstanding year for Kenzie Rich.
And it's good to see, local in our district players going to Western.
Yeah.
That really, I like that. I think it's great.
Right. Well, let's go down this list one more time for you. All-academic team, Kayla Foster, Glasgow, Tara Harlan, Monroe County, Alicia Napier, Allen County, Scottsville, Jessica Shelton from Barren County. All-tournament team from Allen County, Scottsville, Shelby Harper. From Barren County, Haley Wilkinson and Bethany Spillman. From Glasgow, Ashley Johnson. And from Monroe County, Marie Bennett, Kinsey Rich, and Chelsea McCreary. All-seasonal team, Laura Anderson, Monroe County, Kayla Foster, Glasgow, Hillary Harper and Shelby Harper from Allen County, Scottsville, Ashley Johnson from Glasgow, Chelsea McCreary, Kinsey Rich, both from Monroe County, and Jessica Shelton, Bethany Spillman, and T.J. Thomas, all from Barren County. Kinsey Rich with the MVP award. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back with more of the postgame here as Monroe County wins 53-48 over the Barren County Trojans to win the 15th District title. Back in 2 minutes on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. Jay Turner with Glenn Bird back at Glasgow High as the Lady Falcons win over the Trojanettes 53-48 to win the 15th District Championship. Of course, both teams will advance to the regional tournament next week at Diddle Arena. Monroe County 29-2 going into the 4th region tournament. Barren County 22-6. This is the post-game report. Brought to you by Neal Plumbing Service, residential, commercial, and septic systems. Call 646-4478 or 432-5301. Monroe County had 20 field goals tonight. 4 of those were three-pointers. They were 8 of 12 from the foul line. Led tonight by Kinsey Rich with 15. Had 4 two-point baskets. 1 3 was 4 of 5 from the foul line. 12 points for Marie Bennett. 9 points for Chelsea McCreary. 8 points for Laura Anderson, who hit 2 threes in the ball game. 5 for Tara Harlan, 2 each for Chelsea Geralds and Anne-Marie Gordon. Monroe County led Barren County led 13-9 at the end of the first quarter. Actually led the ball game 12-2 before the Lady Falcons made the big run and led by 9 at halftime. Monroe County 30, Barren County 21. They outscored the Trojanettes 21-8 in the second period of play. Barren County actually outscored the Lady Falcons in the second half 27-23. It was a 16-11 fourth quarter margin for the Trojanettes. 18 field goals for Barren County. 6 of those were three-pointers. The Trojanettes were 6 of 8 from the foul line. T.J. Thomas with 15 points tonight as she had 5 baskets, 1 3, 2 of 3 at the foul line. 12 for Jessica Shelton. He ended up with 7 of those 12 in the fourth quarter. 9 for Haley Wilkinson, 3 threes. 5 for Courtney Thomas, a 3 and 2 free throws. Also 5 points for Bethany Spillman tonight and 2 for Sarah Bauer. So the margin, according to Litkenhouse, came true for Litkenhouse. 5-point was the spread on the ball game, and that's what the Lady Falcons win by, 5 points. But both teams go to the 4th region tournament, and who knows what's going to happen down there.
That's right, Jay, and that's the most important thing. Your season is not over. You're guaranteed at least, both these teams are guaranteed at least one more ball game.
Yep.
And depending on how they play, it can go from there.
And get a good draw.
Exactly right. So, I'm sure Coach Butler is telling his girls that, hey, this thing's not over. Obviously, we would have liked to have won the district tournament, but we're still playing basketball and we still have some opportunities. So I think we got to just keep rolling.
All right, we'll take a 1-minute break, come back with more of the postgame here in a moment on the 15th District Basketball Tournament Network. In the girls, it's Franklin Simpson and Todd Central, who are both playing tonight for the 13th District title. In the 14th, tomorrow night, Warren Central will play Warren East. And in the 16th tonight, Cumberland County playing Clinton County. And, of course, Monroe and Barren here in the 15th District. So we know that the Trojanettes will play the winner of the 13th, 14th, or 16th. And Franklin Simpson's a favorite in the 13th. Warren Central and Warren East, that could be an interesting basketball game right there.
Could go either way.
John Butler makes his way up. Cumberland County should win the 16th title over Clinton. So we'll see what happens. And, of course, the boys' draw will be tomorrow morning. We'll be on the air for you between 10:30 and 10:45 with the boys' region draw from Bowling Green. And then Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, we'll have the girls' regional draw for you. And somewhere around 3, we'll give you the results of that right here on the radio as John Butler makes his way up. And we'll talk with him for just a moment. Coach's comments brought to you by Two Eds on the Square in Glasgow, Tommy and Cindy Tracy owners. And John, it goes back to that second quarter. You know, we started out the game red hot, and of course we knew that wasn't going to last. But this was a hard-fought ball game.
Well, I think it's
too bad for anybody to have to lose.
Well, it's second quarter, and really about the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, we were pathetic, to be honest with you. Standing around and didn't compete very well at all. And you know, they started off in that 3-2 zone, and we made some shots, but that was fool's gold. You know, we started off too well, and I knew that was going to come back, and that we was going to have to play from there. But we missed. We got a lot of good looks tonight, and didn't quite make some of the shots, and especially on that comeback. Well, we had opportunity to tie it a couple of times. We had some nice looks and threes that went all the way down, just didn't go. But you know, give Monroe credit, boy, they're outstanding team. You know, it's not an accident that we're doing 29-2. That's true. That's the first thing. You know, people are amazing. You know, they'll say something to you. You know, like, what are you going to do this or whatever, or ask you something about it. And you know, I keep telling you, this team that you're playing is 29-2. They've not lost in this region. This is an unbelievable team. It's one of the best teams we've been in this region for a while with a great player. And it's not just Kinsey. She makes her other players are awfully good. And our problem in the second and third quarter is that we let Kinsey dictate to us. And she was not only just scoring, she was making it awfully easy for their other players. And we made a lot of mental mistakes where we would rush up and then leave wide open defenders underneath. And we finally started becoming more aggressive. And I really was proud of how we got back in the game and by coming in Dublin and doing some things that we normally don't do a lot. And I thought it was really effective. And we made a great run, but we really dug ourselves too big of a hole, when you're down 18 against a good team and against a good free throw shooting team. But, I told our kids after the game, I'd never been so upset with them, but I'd never been more proud. I was very upset how we basically kind of went into a tank in the third quarter about the first 2 or 3 minutes. And we were standing, they were getting the loose balls, and I came within an inch of pulling all 5 players out, which I've never done before. But then, we made a shot, and then we started changing our defense a little bit. And got back into the game, which I was very, very proud of. We gave a great effort tonight and just came up short. And, who knows? It may not be the last time that we see them again.
We were talking about that earlier.
It may not be the last time.
Possibility.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Now, we got a tough hole to roll because we could be running into the Franklins and the Warren East, Warren Centrals, and schools like that. So, it will be a tough road for us to get there. But, I wouldn't necessarily bet against us right now. That we got a shot to see them again, and that's something that I would love to have another chance. I don't care who we play, but if we play Monroe again, that means that we made it to the finals, and that's what we want. We would like to get back to the finals and see what we can do again.
And the luck of the draw. If you can get a good draw, of course, you'll have to play either the winner of the 13th, 14th, or 16th.
Yeah, I mean you gotta, when this team plays, when we play and are focused and do things the right way, we can play with anybody, and we can probably beat anybody. When we lose our focus and when we lose some things there for a while, then we can be beat by anybody that's in this region. So it's a real fine line. But I thought we took an enormous positive step tonight in that third quarter and fourth quarter. If we'd have gotten blown out, if they had beaten us 20, 25 points, I'd be honest with you, I wouldn't tell you, but I would, if I was real honest, I'd say we'd have no chance. I mean, they would have done it in the region. But this comeback and the momentum, I hope will stay with us and will give us a little bit more incentive, a little bit more confidence going into the region.
Well, one thing's for sure, it's either going to be a Franklin Monroe in the upper bracket or a Franklin Barren in one of the brackets.
Yeah, that's right.
You're going to have to go through Franklin some way to get to the final.
Yeah, and you can't control it. You do the very best you can, and whatever you draw, you got to draw. And we put us in by losing, we put ourselves in a position where we want to play one of the stronger teams in the first round. But that's what happens. We're in a very difficult district. I mean, nobody has beaten them all year, so consequently, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to go in as a runner-up. So that's just part of it, and that's what makes the move of Monroe into this district makes this a district that is extremely deep and tough. Mm-hmm. The good news is, that if we can take care of business, we won't see them until the finals.
That's right.
We can't draw them or anything like that. And they may say the same thing too. I don't know if they're crazy about playing us every time too. So very proud of them. Had a great crowd tonight. Good Friday night crowd. Good effort. Just ran out of a little time tonight.
Well, we'll see you down at the draw Sunday, and hopefully we'll get a good draw.
We'll get what we get, right?
That's right. That's right, John. See you on Sunday.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. Trojanettes lose to the Monroe County Falcons by 5 points, 53-48. And the drawing for the regional tournament will be tomorrow morning at 10 for the boys. And then we'll be on there about, somewhere between 10:30, 10:45 on the radio sometime tomorrow morning between that time to give you the pairings. That the 4th Region Boys Tournament will start Monday night from Diddle Arena, and the Trojans will play either Monday or Tuesday. We'll let you know about that. And then the 4th Region Girls Draw will be Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. We'll be on there about 3, a little after 3 maybe, for that results of the pairings for the Girls 4th Region, which will start next Wednesday at Diddle Arena. We'll have the broadcast of every tournament game here on 106.7 Star FM, and hopefully we'll have most of the games on Glasgow's ESPN 1440 for you starting Monday night from Diddle Arena. Once again, the final score tonight. Lady Falcons win the 15th District 53-48 over Barren County. For Glenn Byrd and Chris Bratcher, thanks again for running our studio engineering for us again tonight till Monday night.
Calvert and Nunn Insurance not only offer a variety of policies, but are exceptional in their customer service and up-to-date quotes. Contact Vicki Bartley and her staff for any of your insurance needs. Calvert and Nunn Insurance is next to the Plaza Theater in downtown Glasgow.